That's it. In Saskatchewan, there's the Athabasca River, which flows out of the Lac La Biche, and the town of Lac La Biche is on the lake of Lac La Biche. Every year they had a rendezvous of the fur traders that lived in the area. They would come in once a year, sell their fur trade at low prices, buy their supplies for the next year at exorbitant rates, and then go back for another year. This is a story of sacrifice, friendship, and the important things in life. It's about a man named Athabasca Dick. When the boys come down from Lac La Biche to allure the early spring to take the pay of the Hudson's Bay, as their fathers did before, they're full of glee for the jamboree, and they make the landing ring with a whoop and a whirl and grab your girl and a rip and a skip and a roar. For the spree of spring is a sacred thing, and the boys must have their fun. Tracker and packer and half-breed Cree from the boat to the bar they leapt, and when the long flotilla was gone, after the last of the pay was done, the boys from the shore of Lac La Biche swung to a heavy sweep, and how they sigh. Their throats are dry, and sorry they are, and sick. But there's none so cursed by that lime kiln thirst as that Athabasca Dick. He was long and limb and slim and lean of limb, yet strong as a stripling bear. And by the right of his skill and might, he led that long brigade. All water-wise were his laughing eyes, and he steered with a careless care. He shunned the shock of foam and rock till they came to the great cascade. There they must make the great portage, and the boys sweat in the sun. And they heft and pat and haul and track, and each must do his trick. But their thoughts are far in the landing bar, where the fonts of nectar flow, and no man alive thinks of such gorgeous drinks as that Athabasca Dick. 'Twas the close of day, and his long boat lay just over the great cascade, when there came to him one Jackpot Jim, with a wild look in his eye, and he softly laughed as he led Dick aft, all eager yet half afraid, where snugly stowed in his coat he showed a pilfered flask of rye. Then in haste he slipped, or else in fear he tripped, but Dick in warning roared, there rang a yell, and it befell that Jim was overboard! I heard a splash, and quick as a flash, I saw he could not swim. I saw him twirl in a river swirl, I saw him thrash his arms. In a strange, queer way, I heard Dick say, I'm going after him. Ripped off his coat, leapt down the boat, I let out a shout. Grab him, boys, you're crazy, Dick. Far better one than two. Hell, you know you've got no show. It's sure and certain death. And there we hung, and there we clung, with beef and brawn and thew, and sinews cracked, and joints were racked, and panting came our breath. And there we swayed, and there we prayed, till hope and strength were spent, and Dick shook us off like rats, and after Jimmy went. With mighty urge, amid the surge of river rage he leapt. Desperate he grabbed his mate, and fought to reach the shore. With teeth agleam he bucked the stream, but swift and sure he swept toward that mighty cataract that waited all aroar, while we stood like carven wood, our faces sickly pale. We watched him as he beat the foam, but inch by inch he lost. Closer, closer drew the falls, desperate grew the fight, till at the very cascade crest a last farewell he tossed, and down, and down, and down he fell into that pit of dread. Mad we raced along the shore to claim our bitter dead. And from that frenzied hell of foam that crashed and fumed and boiled, two little bodies bubbled up, and they were heedless then. Oh, how they looked like lifeless clay, how bitter hard we toiled, yet never, never gleam of hope, and we were weary men. The moments mounted into hours, black was our despair, faint were we and fain were we to give them up as dead. When suddenly I thrilled to hope. Back, boys, give him air. I feel the flutter of his heart. And as I said that word, Dick gave a sigh, gazed around, saw our breathless band, saw the sky's blue floor above, all strewn with golden fleece, saw his comrade Jackpot Jim, and when he touched him with his hand, there came upon his face a look of perfect peace. And then at his very feet, the thwarted river raged. I heard him murmur low and deep, "Thank God the whiskey's saved."